And we're back to finish up this puzzle. So we'll move a little quicker. 15 across. Trick woman into cooking for stars. Okay, well, I see into. That could mean put a word inside another word. I see cooking. Now, cooking could be just like on or something, but cooking can also be an indicator of anagram. Like if something is cooking or boiling, the letters could be imagined to be jumbling around. But I was pretty sure that the answer would be stars. And actually, just looking at this, if I was just doing a regular crossword puzzle and I'm looking for a 13-letter word meaning stars, looks like constellation to me. But I'd like to check how that might be working. Now, for is probably just saying that you do this and then you get that can be done for or in order to get a word meaning stars, which is constellation. Now, I see woman and a woman into. I do see Stella. Yep. Wow, so a lot of the things I thought were right, but it's not putting a woman inside another word. We'll see that in a second. Again, wonderful. Orpheus has done a great job of, in a relatively simple puzzle, putting in a lot of double meanings for the words. So here we go. Trick, con. Con. If you con someone, you trick them. Woman, Stella. Into cooking. So see, this is great because into seems like it could be an indicator for putting one word inside the other, especially since it seems like Stella is inside there, but that's not what it is at all. It's just con next to Stella, next to the letters of into cooking, jumbled around. You see, I-N-T-O. It's an anagram of into to get constellation. Let's try 17 across. Firm, securing gold, suitable for stashing away. Now, I see firm, securing. The word securing very often would mean putting something, taking something inside it. So taking a word meaning firm and putting something inside it. Now, I can tell you a lot of things that could be firm. Firm could be C-O. I'm just going to write some of these down, maybe up here. Firm. Two things that come to mind could be CO, like company, or set, like if your cake, when you cook it, if it gets firm, it sets, firms up, sets. Okay, so and then gold. Again, you need to know some good crossword gems. OR is an abbreviation for gold, like you get that you can see that in Spanish, like oro, and things like that, or AU, which is the abbreviation from the periodic table. So I see this R here, and I'm thinking this might be OR. And the word, so it would be suitable, able. Well, if it's suitable for stashing away, that would be somethingable, storable. So in this case, the indicator that's important here is securing, and the word for firm in this case is not one of these little gems, little chestnuts that you need to know. It's just another word meaning firm, which is stable. S-T-A-B-L-E, and that word stable is securing a word meaning gold or. And again, but I got all this from standard crossword ideas, which is that if the definition is suitable for stashing away, suitable for something, that might end with able, and I had that B there, and of course able is a very common ending. So when you see a B, 3 from the end, you might think, maybe this is an able or ibble. I had an idea that this OR would come from gold, And then thinking for stashing away, that's just another way of saying storing. So storable. Oh, does that make sense with firm? Yes, it does. Okay, fantastic. How about 16 down? Like available digs, inspiring lessee's last letter. Well, I will be in a lot of trouble if lessee's last letter doesn't literally mean the letter E. So I'm just going to take a big but now I'm thinking, no, okay. So a very common thing to do in a puzzle would be that actually the definition was letter. Maybe it was epistle or something like that, because lessee's last could also give me the letter E. Lessee's last letter could mean E, but also lessee's last could. And that's a great thing that clue writers try to do, is use two words where one of them is superfluous for what they're trying to do, because they could just say last, where actually letter sounds like it's part of, they're just saying, oh, take the last letter, where actually somehow it's epistle and that the definition is letter. But I'm not sure that's what it is. Like available digs, inspiring. See, this is also definitely, if something is inspiring lessee's last letter, or even lessee's lasts, that would mean taking it inside. So I think it could be that the answer is letter. Like available digs. We'll come back to it. 13 down. Lizard, given tea and fruit outside rear of cafe. Well, I'm going to again take a flying leap and say that rear of means the last letter. And not only that, but outside. If I take something and place it outside, rear of cafe, I'm taking one word and putting it outside the letter E, which is the rear of cafe. That's my guess. And then given, I would imagine this is just saying that a lizard is given by this, and that the answer is going to be a lizard. I'm already thinking just from the definition that this is chameleon, because that's a lizard. Let's see if that makes sense. Tea. Well, a good one for tea to know is cha, which is the same word, I believe, as chai, but it's spelled different ways depending on the country you're in. So cha is, right? And then a fruit could be melon. And that melon, where am I? That melon, and of course and is just one of those words again saying T and, so that's this plus, where they are saying A and SH. Cha and melon. Put those together. Melon placed outside the last letter of cafe and gives me a lizard, chameleon. Moving right along. How about this N here, 24 across. Vagrant originally moving. So now this is great. See, oh my God, love this puzzle for this beginner video, because here we have again originally. Now, the origin of a word is its first letter. So something taken originally could mean the first letter. But if you present something originally or novel, you present it in a new fashion, that could also indicate an anagram. Moving around could also indicate an anagram. Oh, that's just fascinating. So, but I have a feeling that biblical land is the definition. My biblical lands are not coming right to mind, but feels like a 5-letter one starting with N are pretty likely. Vagrant originally, moving around. And oh, wait a second, I was wrong. That's okay. That's okay. Well, I started to think of vagrants. Could it be vagrant originally? That would be a V. And then moving around, so a word meaning moving around that to give me that could be moving. If something was really touching and moving, and you could put the word, a word meaning moving, I don't know, rich or, I don't know, deep. Oh, so maybe, you know, if it was something is very deep and you put it around the V, you get devep. Could that be a biblical land? Well, it doesn't really matter because we know it starts with N. So that's the wrong idea. So I thought, oh, maybe it's originally moving. I don't know. And then so I started to consider words for vagrant. Well, I just thought immediately of nomad. And I think that's the right idea. There's the M, which I would get from originally moving. And in fact, I believe it's, that's so funny. Okay, so it's originally the first letters of meaning moving around, M-A, inside, so in is another indicator word. The biblical land is nod. And that's very funny because as soon as I saw that N and thought that the definition might be biblical land, I said to myself, I didn't say it aloud, isn't there a biblical land of nod? But I thought, well, that's only 3 letters, so there must be a different one. Well, there you go. The definition there being vagrant. Okay, let's try, do we do 22 across? 5-2, that means that it's a 5-2. It looks like check-in. I saw something about a medical examination at the end of the clue, so I'm gonna say that's probably check up. But let's now check the wordplay. No, sorry, this one's about doctor, this one's about medical examination, that's confusing. Report, okay, now we already saw report could mean a homophone. Of Central European, okay, well, from the Czech Republic, we have a Czech and a report of the Czech, what is it, CZECH. Someone from the Czech Republic is a Czech. So a report of that word would give us this Czech. So here we go, report of Central European, going to, that just means place next to. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. This is another sort of, yeah, well, it's, yeah, going, I think it's going to city. So up is, it's an adverb meaning to go, right, to the city, you go up to the city. Again, I think this is a kind of a Britishism, but I know that's right. And that gives me medical, for medical examination. Okay, I'm running out of battery here, so let's do this. 18, fibre produced by Rutland town, so it said. Oh boy, I can't think of any fibre. And so it said, of course, makes me think we're dealing with another homophone. So, and I don't know any Rutland towns, and I don't know any fibres. So we'll have to get that another way. Blade, cutting off pig's head, okay? That's oar. So in a boat, an oar is called a blade. And cutting off pig's head means take the word boar, B-O-A-R, and cut off its head. It gives you oar. So cutting off a head is boar. It gives you oar. I will never guess what this is. Sorry. OCKAM? I know there's like OCKAM, like Occam's razor, this is some town like that. I don't know. That's a total guess. What about this one? 14 down. Bold print, I'd employ initially somehow. Here, somehow is the anagram indicator. And I think it's print, I'd employ initially. So print, the letters here we're anagramming are print, I'd employ initially, just the first letter of employ, and then take those somehow, take them any old way to give me some word meaning bold, and that would be, wait, NRPD, do we have those? NRPD, yeah. Intrepid. Now, gotta finish this before the phone dies. Gotta go fast. 21 down. Foreign money. One of Napoleon's marshals raised. So something in French, three-letter word meaning. God. Yen? Nay? Is this a thing? And then reverse to give foreign money yen. I'm just thinking of. I'll just try it because I'm going to run out of battery here. 20 across. Broadcast about poet's work. Broadcast about poet's work. Nope. 23 across. Person consulting doctor is disheartened. That's plain. Patient. Okay. Patent. Something is plain, it's obvious, it's patent. A person consulting a doctor is a patient, and then if you take the middle letter, dishearten it, a patient, and remove that middle letter, you get patent. So disheartened, another letter shenaniganery there. And let's see if we get 19 down. Yield, readily at first, arrested by police officer. Cop is a police officer, readily at first is the letter R. Yield is a crop. Crop. So what do we have? Readily at first, meaning take the first letter of readily. And arrested by is a nice way of saying take it in. Hey, I'm going to take you in to the station. Or I'm going to take you inside, the word meaning cop. 20. Broadcast about poet's work. 16 down. Like available digs, inspiring Leslie's last letter. Like available, like letter. Note. Like available digs, not let. If if an apartment is available, it's not let. Note let is a small, okay. Like available digs. Digs is an apartment. If you're indigent, you don't have a home. Available digs are not let, they're not rented, and then you put a, so I was wrong. It is letter is the answer. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cluing. And then this, broadcast about poet's work. Broadcast about relay. A poet's work is a lay. That's a song, a poetic song. About, a broadcast is a relay. About, as we said here, could be R-E, and a poet's work is a lay. So I'm not sure about that OCKAM, but here we go. That's the completion of this puzzle as far as I know how to do it. Bye-bye.